Let's bring in CBS News Chief Washington Correspondent Major Garrett now. Major, a lot of people hearing this today might think, well, the President of the United States can call anyone he wants and ask some questions. Why was it such a big deal?
The President can ask questions. What the President cannot do, and there are Georgia laws and federal laws implicated in the conversation that you just played, all of which can be heard. People can find it online, the full 62 minutes. Is the President said things that were untrue, number one, suggested that because these things he was saying that were untrue were not being properly investigated, that the Secretary of State and his attorney might face criminal charges for not doing their job. That's a threat. Now, it's not a direct threat. It may not be prosecutable. And then the President said something else, which we just heard. I need to find these votes, not count them, find them. Find them where they don't exist. There have been 3 recounts in Georgia. So the moral implication of the President's discussion with the Secretary of State in Georgia is find votes that don't exist, thwart the will of the people in Georgia, and overturn that election. That is not normal. That is not a typical presidential conversation.
And that Georgia elections official who spoke this afternoon went through point by point and debunked all of the theories that we hear the President mention during the call. But he also asked Georgians to make sure to go vote tomorrow because the control of the Senate hangs in the balance. So how do you think this might affect the Georgia runoff elections?
Well, here's what I know, Paula. I've talked to Republicans on the ground in Georgia who are working these races on behalf of the 2 Republicans, David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. 3 weeks ago, they told me they felt confident about those 2 Republican incumbent senators prevailing. They don't feel as confident now. Democratic turnout has been very high in early vote. Republican turnout on day of tomorrow has to be astronomically high, they told me, in order for those 2 Republican senators to hold their seats. They're doubtful it will be, and they are fearful that because of all the confusion President Trump has injected into whether or not Georgia's election systems can be believed, which they can, Republicans may lose.
We will see. We'll know by tomorrow, definitely on Wednesday. Major Garrett, thank you so much for your analysis. And tonight on the CBS Evening